and it's kind of a follow-up from the video that I put on yesterday. The Tonic Stage Winter Village die set. So I did the dice. I used the die set, the complete stamp set, yesterday, and I thought it was really a cute card. This is the stamp set. So I was on Create and Craft, and they had the summer scene. And the only thing that was different about the stage is it had like these scallops on the top of the stage area. And I was getting ready to buy it because I thought it was really, really cute. And so then I looked up in front of me and I seen all of my uh, Martha Stewart punches. Um, these are Martha Stewart. Yeah, Martha Stewart punches. Hi, Bonvi. How are you this morning? I'm good, thank you. So I'm doing a example of how you can alter this stage die without buying the die. So I did the measurements, and each one of the measurements for the stage area for the card was 3 inches, 2 inches, and 1 inches. Right? Then I measured across was 6 inches long, which you can really make it any width you want. But then the measurement here was a quarter. So I measured it out, and then I did my quarter on each one to make them the right height. Then in order to change it from being flat, I used my punch across the top. Yeah, me too. They're sitting on the top of the shelf in front of me. And so I broke this out. This is just one of them. I have a whole stack of them. And then I did that. And for this, you can actually use an edgeable tool, which would work just fine to get your own edges, right? So I figured that out. The problem that I had was figuring out how to do the side stage pieces. It was racking my brain to death. I couldn't figure it out. I measured, blah, blah. It was driving me crazy. Until I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and I had an epiphany. All you have to do in order to get this was measure the box, then figure out the lengths of the steps, which is what I did. So the box is, or the box shape is 2¼ by 2¾ So that's 2¼ by 2¾ is this box. So then the side that goes on the stage, or would make the connection to the stage, excuse me, is the 2¾ side. So then if you came down an inch, it would be at the 2, which is what this is. And if you came down an inch, it would be at the 1. So all I did was take my, where did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I took my score buddy and I used my square and I scored. I put it up and I scored to the 1. Then I stopped. And because I knew that it was to the 1, I scored down to the 1 and I cut it right there. Because I knew that I was scored down to the 1, right? So that's part of it. Then I knew that it needed to be next scored down to the 2. So I went over an inch and I scored down to the 2. Right? So I did that. And then I cut it off. And there is your stair step. Now this is a smaller piece of paper, but if you can tell, that's almost that stair step. I wasn't doing it correctly, but if you do it correctly, there's your stair step. which means you can do your stairs any length you like, and you don't need a die to do it. So that was just kind of a quick, if you do the measurements, measure down to 1 to 1 and cut that off, then measure down to 2. This will be like 1.5 or 2 to 2, and then you have that extra inch. So then you have your stair step, and then you don't need a die for it. So, or if you can't figure it out that way, do cut out some pieces that are 1 inch, 2 inches, and 3 inches, and then you can draw around them, right? And that'll get your stair step. And so that is what I did in order to get an extra pair of steps. So don't forget, you have to flip them too. When you cut them out, you got to do one side and one side so that you can be able to get both sides, right? And so that's how you can get your stair step without having a die. I racked my brain trying to figure that one out, y'all, because I just couldn't get it, but I got it. And so then I said, I don't need those dies that they're using because I have so many stamp sets that I can use in place and make my own stage card. And so that's what I did. So I said I wanted to make the sides a little bit stronger. So I cut out a pair of these, and I'm just gluing them together just to make the stage thicker. Hi, Beverly. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. I'm doing the stage card today, and I made my own stage, as it were. So I decided to use these dies and stamps from the surprise, and I got these from the UK from Craft Stash, and so I'm making a fashion stage today. So I'm just gluing together my side pieces so that we can make the stage sides a little stronger. Oh wait, it's this one. Okay. No, these are the stamps that I haven't used my stickers yet. I'm thinking about delaying my launch because Christmas and stuff is really interfering with the launch, because most people are buying Christmas presents and I don't think they're buying a lot of like stickers and stuff. I really don't know because I haven't analyzed that market yet. Okay, so now I have both sides, which is really good. I'm glad I have both sides. Now, to put the stage together is really easy. You can choose to put the stage close or far apart. I'm just reaching to go get some tape. Um, okay, because I want to use, yesterday I used my tape runner, but today I want to see if I can use this score tape to put on these ends. See if this works. Oh yeah, that's the right length because it's a 1/4 inch. And put on here. And this paper is the paper that I got from, I can't think of what her name is, but she sent me all of that paper and supplies. This is some of the paper she sent me, and I love it. This wood grain is so pretty to me. Miss Adams, that's her name. Okay. And so now you can make your own stage out of anything you have, any border you have. All you need to know is that it's 3 inches tall, 2 inches tall, and 1 inch tall. And if you decide to change it, you can make it whatever length you want. And you can make it any height you want, because it doesn't matter what height or anything, because you're doing it. You're making it. So what I did was I just put some score tape on here on each end. Come off. There we go. Put some score tape on each end. And then, oh, I guess I should start with the tall one, the 3-inch one. So I put the tape on here, and then you just match these up. See, you just match that up. And I'm matching them up from the bottom only because I want that scallop at the top to show. So now that scallop will show. And then you do the same thing on the other side, and you do that with all 3 of them. Just like that. And so now you can do whatever you want to with your scallop edges. And now that you know how to make the stage piece on the sides, you don't have to worry about buying the die set. Not unless you really wanted the accessories to it. They have gorgeous accessories. This time they had, for the summer kit, they have, what do you call those things? When you, I can't think of what they called. I done lost it. What do you call them? When you're going out of town, RVs. That's what they are. They are RVs. And so don't forget, when you're putting the stage down, all you have to do is line it up and then lay this straight down on it, and it's even. So you're not trying to fight to make sure that it's straight. As long as you lay it down even, when you stand it back up, it's even. Your stage is even. Oh, definitely. We can definitely share. Find out. Give us the information. You purchased this morning. I'm telling you, that book is fabulous. That book will help you with anything, any business. It will help you. I think that when I found that book, it was really like a godsend to me, because I have been able to use it for everything. Hi, Angie. We just really got started. Okay, so I'm laying this side down. I'm pulling. I guess I should pull this off before I lay it down. Okay, so I'm pulling this side and laying this side down. Don't forget to make sure that it's lined up with the bottom, so it's all even, and then lay this right on top. And that means they're all going to be straight and they're in alignment. And if you take it to the other side, it's straight and in alignment. And when you're doing your box cards, you can do the same thing when you're doing your box cards. Just line them right up, because this is basically just a box card without a bottom. And if you wanted to, you could actually get a piece and cover the bottom part. So then this part wouldn't be open if you wanted to, because it's only measuring, it should be 3x6. Yep, it's 3x6. So I would say 2.5, because you don't want to cover up this. Well, if you wanted to, you could cover it all the way to these ends. And so there is our stage. Isn't that cute? And so instead of having plain stage like this, now we have a punched edge. And so we can put those punches that we have so many of to use, because I have a bunch of Martha Stewart punches and what do you call those edgeables. I have a lot of them already, and as long as you know what the side stages are, as long as you make them, all you have to do is duplicate that. Lay it down, trace it, cut them out, and make sure they match. I doubled mine up just to make it a little bit thicker, because then now you see how easy it stands up. But that's it. And so what I did was I took a bunch of, excuse my arm, of course I'm in my pajamas. I get up in the morning and I take a shower and I put on a new set. But I do have to go to work tonight, so I won't have on pajamas all day. I have a school board meeting. Okay, so now all you got to do is just decorate. So I took those stamps from the stamp sets, from these two stamp sets. I used my collection. I have the collection of Blick markers, which it doesn't matter what you color these with. And I colored these in. Then for some of the pieces, if you can see, I use glossy accent. I use glossy accent in the little diamonds. I use glossy accents on the shoe. I used it on the fingernail polish. So I kind of like spruced them up a little bit with the glossy accent. And so now it's really basically building your design. And I don't want to use wet glue because I want this to be quicker. Okay, so we got our shoes that I want to put right here. And then we have our fashion book with our shoes. And that I want to put right here. And you kind of just build it up however you like. Whatever you like, whatever you're deciding is your stage or you want to showcase. The one thing that you have to remember is no matter what you do, when you lay it down, you have to make sure that everything lays down. So don't put dimensionals like I did on my other card. I put a dimensional right here, so I couldn't lay it down this way. So make sure that if you put dimensionals on one side, you don't put it on the other side so you can lay it down either way, because it will go in a card base. Because you're gonna have to make your own card base for this, or your own envelope. Excuse me. You're gonna have to make your own envelope for this because you're using products. Okay. You're using your own stuff to make this, so you're going to have to make your own envelope, which is not that hard, especially if you have the envelope punch board or if you have a Cricut that you can size your envelopes up with or something like that. So see how easy this is to just decorate this up. And if you have a fashionista in your life, excuse me, like I do, who loves all things girly, this will be fabulous for them as a cute present for them. And see how quickly this little thing has come together. Super quick and cute. And we'll add this right here. And look at that. No sentiment. If you want to put a sentiment on, you can put your sentiment in the back of it. But look how cute that is. Cute girly card for somebody. A fashion stage made with all of my own supplies. Isn't that cute? I love it. Let me put this like that. So now you can see it a little bit better with you have all of the colors. You have a whole look. And you did it easily with your own supplies and not having to worry about a die. So I hope you liked it. The rest of my videos this week is going to be on Anna Griffin. There you go, Angie. This is something that you can do with it. I have that same collection, and I haven't used it either because I didn't know what to do with it. But this will be a cute little fashion statement. You could not put nothing on this row and stamp your words here. Put a little flag with words on it or something, and it will turn out really, really cute. Really, really cute. It, after you color it up, and then I have the glossy accents. That glossy accents just does something to the design. I just pulled it out, and even though it's a lot of colors going on, if somebody gets this, I'm sure they're gonna love it. I'm sure they're gonna love it. And so see what you can come up with. Make one of the stages and put it on my Facebook page, the Sewing and Craft Academy. Put it on that Facebook page so we can see what you've done. But this is really cute, and I did it myself. And this is only a 6-inch one. You can make one longer. You can make one shorter. You can do whatever it is. And look how cute that is. And look how it lays flat either way. So just think when they pull it out the card, how beautiful they're going to be like, oh my God, this is so cute. It's got a lot of colors going on. So if you don't want to, you can make your background solid, a white or a black or any color, silver, gold, whatever you like, and make your own stage. And so I'm going to come back with probably one more of these so I can show you a different design. But I love this. This is quick. It's just like a box card. Somebody told me that yesterday. I think it was Kathy. She said it reminds her of a box card, and that is exactly what this reminds me of. I know I do too, because you're not restricted to that box per se. This is more room and space and everything. And so look, this piece of paper is half a sheet, 8.5 by, this is a half a sheet of paper. And so if you made your envelope 8.5 by 5.5, or maybe 8.5 by 7.5, no, you need the 8.5 to go all the way across to slide this into. So if you made your envelope like an 8.5 or 8 3/4 by 5.5, it will fit in that envelope perfectly. It just depends on what you put, because my shoes are a little tall over here. But an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, envelope, perfect. Perfect. So, on Thursday is Anna's, yeah, you're right. You're right. It is easier to assess with these. Definitely. I love it. This week is Anna Griffin week, and on the 12th it starts Create. So the rest of the videos that I'm going to do this week will all be Anna Griffin. So this will be Anna Griffin week for us. So make sure that you stay tuned to this week. Every night after the classes, I will show you what I made so that you can see what is going on. And for everybody who is going to create also, when we get in the chat, let's make sure that we connect with one another. I am. I do have the Nouveau box somewhere in here in my craft room. And I am going to do some videos with that because that is so cute. I love that Nouveau box. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Maybe I'll do my first video with the box. Yep, I will do that. I'll do my first video with the box. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. And I will be back later on, either later on today or tomorrow with an Anna Griffin craft design. I got to clean up my craft table in my craft room because it's a mess. When I'm trying out new stuff, I have stuff everywhere. I got to put my pens back up because I used all of these pens just to color these things. I used all of these colors just to color with. This is one reason why I kind of like the tri-blends. You can't even see all the colors. These are all the colors I used. That's why I love tri-blends, because they're only one color stack. But These are the Dick Blick markers. If you don't have markers or you haven't invested in markers, these Blick markers are comparable to Copics. I love these markers. They're comparable to Copics. You can see the color because this is what I use to color these in. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.